We live in an age where the mind has been hijacked by digital, emotional, and intellectual garbage. Superficiality is rewarded. Depth is ignored. Noise matters more than reflection. The truth, it dies manipulated by algorithms and buried under an avalanche of propaganda. People don't live, they react. They don't think, they consume, always connected yet lost. The mind, which should be our strength, is a pile of rubble. The worst part, people got used to it. They accept the decay as if it were evolution. They call freedom what is actually just decadence. They call identity what is, in fact, perfect submission to imposed dogmas. This is the age of filth, and if you don't realize it in time, you'll get sucked in too, without even noticing. It's an incalculable crisis, a mental plague that rots everything, an army that reacts without thinking, turbo-reactive brains that are completely empty. Hours spent scrolling through trash, applauding clowns, idolizing perfect idiots. This is a collective collapse. Our most powerful weapon, the mind, is numbed by useless stimuli that anesthetize the soul. Digging deeper is outdated and unfashionable. Reflection is annoying misalignment. Free thinking has become a crime. It's not those who uplift who win, but those who degrade, and worse, people applaud it. They enjoy the rot that consumes them. We live and argue about nonsense that inevitably shapes an entire culture. And a rotten culture creates rotten people. Worse, they call it freedom. But they're just trained monkeys, taught to think less and obey more. Yes, there are still lucid minds, beings who see and resist, and I hope to have the honor of meeting many through this newborn channel. We are witnessing the death of intelligence, the failure of consciousness. Distraction wins, superficiality dominates. Stupidity gets a makeover with filters and dances. The masses are rotting inside, and instead of waking up, they mock those who try to warn them. It's a collective cult of mental garbage. All that remains is a ridiculous theater of desperate people screaming to be noticed while drowning in their own uselessness. If all this bothers you, if something inside you rebels against this decomposition, then you're a candidate to be one of the few, the exception worth fighting for. Because in the mud, thinking is already a revolutionary act. Never before so much information, never before so little wisdom, never before so connected, never before so lost. Nietzsche predicted it. Madness is rare in individuals, but in groups it's the norm. Can you see it around you? Idiocy is celebrated as authenticity. Vulgarity is content. Ignorance becomes opinion. The masses swallow filth and call it culture. It's not culture, it's training. Those who think are labeled as arrogant, complicated, out of touch. Critical thinking is annoying. It requires effort, silence, pauses. But in the era of endless noise, thinking is a heroic act. The modern mind is exhausted, but not from thinking. It's exhausted from running away from itself. And most people don't even notice. Too busy with notifications, dumb memes, victimhood, and TikTok dances. An army of zombies with melted brains, unable to hold on to a single idea for 5 minutes, capable of talking about everything while understanding absolutely nothing. Schopenhauer said it. The fate of humanity depends on its ability to discern. And if he was right, as we believe he was, well, we're heading for total collapse. Social media trains people for servitude, but a sweet servitude full of filters, playlists, likes, and digital dopamine. Social media serves a perfect function for the system that governs us. It trains people to obey while smiling, to not ask questions, to hate those who are different, to be offended by everything except their own mediocrity. As Bauman wrote, we live in liquid times. Nothing is made to last, not thoughts, not bonds, not convictions. Everything gets thrown away, even consciousness. But some still see, some reject this shit. There are those who don't kneel before mental filth, who prefer the solitude of thought to the noise of mass stupidity. They are few, labeled as crazy, but they are the last hope for clarity in a world proud of its own disorder. If you feel awake in a world that's asleep, then you know what I'm talking about. And if a spark of revolt still burns inside you against this dumpster fire culture, then resist, think, study, be silent, and rebuild. Because among all this trash, thinking is the purest act you can perform. You know, sometimes I wonder why I do this job. Hours spent writing, researching, creating visuals, trying to open the eyes of those who still have a bit of clarity. I'm tired of seeing the vomit passed off as viral content, people dancing, contorting, doing idiotic lip syncs, acting out the fairy tale of a perfect life, while their brains crumble inside. I'm here on YouTube because this is where the people are. The ones who aren't satisfied with pathetic content and who seek value. This channel wasn't created to be nice, to give you pats on the back and false reassurance. This channel wasn't made to tell you everything's okay when everything's falling apart. No, this channel offers the perspectives of great free thinkers. Through their ideas will tear away the veil of illusion. This video and this channel were created for those who refuse to become just another number, an obedient servant of the system. And if you're still here, still listening, then it means you too are disgusted by this collective rot. And now I want to speak to you with respect, without anger, because I know how much it hurts to be someone who sees clearly in a world that prefers to stay blind. You feel that weight, you see the mediocrity spreading, thought dying, depth being mocked. And something inside you refuses to accept it. You, like me, don't just want to survive. You want to live with awareness, to understand, to grow, to break the cycle of alienation. That's why you're different, you're rare. The mere fact that you seek, listen, and reflect puts you on a different level from the vast majority populating this planet. The masses wake up, consume, complain, and go back to sleep. Does it disgust you too? Do you want more? More truth, more direction, more light. While most people live to be seen, you're looking for yourself. While the crowd seeks approval, you're trying to truly awaken. I know it's not easy. It's first and foremost a very lonely path. It hurts to be the one who thinks, who feels everything, who tries to stay sane in a world gone mad. It's hard to stay clear-headed when everything is distraction, noise, social pressure. You look around and it feels like everyone's anesthetized, laughing, dancing, posting nonstop, while you sit there asking, where the hell have we ended up? And yet, let me tell you, you are not alone, even if it feels that way, even if the world throws only trash at you. Even if no one seems interested in anything deep anymore, there are people like you, few, scattered, but precious. People who still believe in silence, in doubt, in the desire to dig deeper, in integrity as a non-negotiable value. It's with you, and with everyone like you and me, that change begins. We don't need crowds, just a conscious minority. That's how it's always been. Revolutions, bold ideas, historic turning points, they started with the few who refused to obey, with those who dared to think. If you're here, if you feel this restlessness, this hunger for truth, know that this is power. In a world of distraction, you reflect. Where everyone runs, you stop. Where everyone wants to appear, you want to understand. And that sets you apart, but it also comes with responsibility. Now that you know you must choose every day. Don't let yourself be swallowed by this avalanche of idiocy, because they will try, they'll surround you, they'll try to pull you in. But you are not livestock, you're on the path to awareness. Keep reading, keep informing yourself, keep questioning every doubt, asking the uncomfortable questions, keep observing yourself, keep seeking the truth even when it hurts, keep doubting what is too easy, too fast, too popular. Keep thinking, because today, thinking is a revolutionary act, and if one day they tell you you're weird, too cold, too philosophical, too different, all over the place, take it as a compliment. Because in this rotten world, being normal, being just like everyone else is the real sign of madness. Thank you for being here. Thank you for thinking. Thank you for not being just another obedient slave. You are the reason this channel exists. So write in the comments, I'm here. It means you've chosen not to live on autopilot, not to be manipulated, to use your mind instead of letting others use it. It's a declaration of mental independence, of alignment with this channel, of strength that refuses to stop. Thank you again for existing, dear friend. The video you see on screen is perfect for continuing your journey of growth and discovery, because always remember, the truth sets you free.